Welcome to episode 53, Nick. 53 of the Extra Point. How are you?
I'm so good. This is going to be a great
It's going to
episode.
be a great motherfucking episode.
Really excited.
So, some big news happening over the past week, especially today. We're recording on Thursday. So, we got John here to talk about the Panthers. Kanyon is also going to come on the show to talk about the Panthers. Jacob is going to come talk about the Cardinals and the Rams, the decked out Rams. Yep. And then to close it out, Braylon will talk about the Packers.
And Rodgers.
Rodgers and Jordan Love. So, John Garay.
What's up?
Cameron Jarrell Newton is coming back to the Carolina Panthers. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm definitely excited compared to what we were looking at as the alternative, for sure. I mean, it's going to be way better than either Walker or Barkley or Darnold. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean...
So I was waiting on.
No comment.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, what happened there, Hunter, to our fucking franchise fucking quarterback, as you called him?
I still stick by my statement.
Damn, you think he'll be back next year as the starter, Darnold?
Probably not, but I think he should.
Y'all got him until next year. So,
we might as well keep him. I mean, fuck. It's a waste of money at that point.
I think he'd be a decent backup, yeah. I mean, I think... I don't know if you've heard this part. Apparently, Cam and the team were both interested in multi-year deals, but they just agreed to the one.
Wow, I
didn't see how that goes.
I would prefer to the one. I would prefer for the one.
What if he does well? Would you want him back next year? I mean, because there's not much in the draft really. I wouldn't want to draft any of these quarterbacks coming in.
No, let's just stick with this year as of right now. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Sam, and I would like for him to develop with the team and develop as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, Cam coming to the Panthers, I'm excited, but I'm still a little skeptical.
I think last time we had John
Here's
on.
The thing. I mean, we can be skeptical about it, but we don't have to be skeptical that it's better than what we've had all year. And
it's better than PJ.
What? It's better than the Darnold, PJ, or fucking Matt Barkley for sure. And as far as this season goes, we're about to be 4-6 because we're going to play the fucking Cardinals with Walker. 4-6.
Nah, dude, Cardinals overrated, man.
I've predicted a win ever since before the season started, and I still predict a win right now with PJ starting. Cardinals cannot beat the Panthers. Cardinals cannot beat the Panthers. It's a fact. And I've got my not really statistics, but my mindset to prove it. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So I think I said it a couple weeks ago in another episode. Defense, I think, can stop the Cardinals' offense, especially if we're fully healthy like we are now, because speed kills, and our defense can keep up with their offense. The problem is, I agree with that. The problem is
I think that Walker is literally like...
Yeah, the problem is our offense.
10 guys on the field.
I agree. So I think if we can have a strong run game, I think we'll be fine. So I predict a win.
I hope so. I do think it will be. I don't think it will be like a blowout, though. I do think our defense will hold them. And isn't Kyler still questionable for this game, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, yes. D-Hop.
Yeah.
Did you say he'll be out?
D-Hop is questionable as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Nick,
so Kyler's in for sure.
Well, I just thought it was funny. Last time you were on here, right? I'm still, I still like Sam Darnold. I thought, he's playing bad. Like the last time he came on the show, y'all both kind of predicted the future a little bit, and I'm sorry, Hunter, he's kicking our ass. Sam Darnold's been so fucking bad for no reason the last 3 weeks, and it's really bumming me out for my prediction that I thought. Well,
Nick, I'm sure you love Sam Darnold with his stats against the Patriots.
I was not a Sam Darnold fan last Sunday, that's for sure.
All right, look, we're going on Sam Darnold. We need to talk about what happened today, which is Cameron Jarrell Newton just signed with the Carolina Panthers for a deal.
All right, we'll change it. We'll change it up.
$10 million, up to $10 million, 4.5 guaranteed. I think 6 base. So
it's a lot of money for the remainder of the season, which is half
It
the
is.
season.
I think a lot of that was just kind of a little tax for how things ended, honestly.
You think so?
I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't be wanting to come back for like just $1 million after like, because the Patriots only paid him $1 million, right, for the whole year
Barely.
last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. If I was him, like coming back here, I would want more, especially because of the situation he's coming into. Like he is coming back to try to make us a competitive team.
Again.
Like I said, if we win to the Cardinals, he'll be coming back to a 5-5 team, and then we play Washington and the Dolphins, which are 2 winnable games. Which I feel like I've been saying all games are like winnable this year, and we don't win them. But 2 winnable games with Cam. Maybe the whole team will just be rejuvenated. I don't know. I feel like after last week, Darnold being out 4 to 6 weeks and all that, and then Walker being this, I feel like the morale had to be really low, and I think this definitely can only pick it up. So there's that. But yeah, if he comes back to a 5-5 team, if we do beat the Cardinals, I don't think we will, but if that did happen, that would be even better if we could get the. I mean, we have 3 winnable games technically because we have the Falcons after the Dolphins. So
plus,
but
like,
then we have a tough 4-game stretch.
I mean, y'all are in the hunt too, right? So like, it's like y'all. It's the Bucks are. There's the 3 y'all division are in the playoffs right now. If it ended 2 wild card and then the Bucks.
The Falcons currently have the number 7 seed, and we are sitting at 8.
Yeah, and then the Saints have what 5, and then the Bucks are like 3 or 4. I mean.
So we're in good shape playoff wise, even at 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I mean, so I like I was telling Nick earlier, I really like the pickup. It gives the team a boost of energy. It gives Charlotte energy. Yeah. It gives all the fans energy.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm really, really hoping he doesn't get too hyped up and he fucking sucks. It's like
I'm not worried.
It's like a second part of a movie. It's a part 2 to a movie. Part 1 was really great. Part 2 is gonna blow. I really hope it's not like that, and that's what I'm worried about.
Like a bad sequel.
Because look, he's not coming.
Well, I mean, hell, part 1 of Darnold has goddamn been a fucking horror film.
So, look, our offensive line is probably the worst it's ever been ever since 2011. It was better while he was here, which is scary, sad. I mean, we do have a stronger running game, and that's what he likes, and that's what he's built around. But I don't know.
I'm sure
man.
he's also helped O-line look a little better too.
Yeah,
he will.
He can move.
Also, consider that he is healthy. I mean, I know that from preseason. He's healthy.
Nick, don't you think he looked pretty decent in the preseason?
I thought he did. He looked. The only thing,
he didn't
that beat him was
get cut because he wasn't good enough to be on the Patriots.
Nah, it was the whole COVID not available thing. Yeah, I mean, I was excited. He looked good, man. I was ready for him. He did. He had limited snaps, in preseason, and he did great with every single drive that he had.
Yeah.
So I honestly think I'd be okay.
Was through his receiver's hands too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, he does have better receivers than he ever has been. I mean, he has the worst receiver in the league on his team. But besides that, he has a better receiving core. He's got obviously McCaffrey's back and healthy. So I mean, it's just the offensive line I'm worried about, and he's had his accuracy problems. I don't know how Joe Brady is going to do scheming with him. I really don't know. I hope it works out, but
I will admit I'm kind of a hypocrite now because I've mostly said just negative things about Cam ever since he's been gone.
Yep.
And I always said the accuracy problems. But good God, over the past 5 games, if we're talking about accuracy, if we're talking about fucking accuracy, man. And it's not even like we can really blame his shoulder because it's not like his shoulder is making these decisions for him. Goodness.
That's a good point.
Cam on his worst day was never anywhere close to what that is now. Whatever that monster is that was our quarterback that thank God got hurt.
I hate you, John. You do this shit on purpose. I hate you.
I do.
Yeah, I know. So so are you happy about Cam coming back? Are you excited?
Yeah, I am. It makes us watchable.
Now, when you told me that earlier, that is 100% true.
I mean, when we signed Barkley, I was like, oh, God. Just thinking that was just our answer. And yeah, and then when I saw that we met with him, though, I knew that it was going to be. I knew that it had to be that we would sign him because the fan base would be outraged if we met with him and didn't sign him. I heard that Tepper actually told Rule to sign him because I mean obviously he did, but I just told him we tried it your way and it didn't work. Go sign Cam.
Wait, hold on. Wait, is Rule y'all's GM?
No, Scott Fitter. I heard
Scott
Fitter. He in his interview, they were asking him if Tepper has any say-so in football operations. He said, obviously, he's the owner, but he lets us handle the football operations. So I think that's fake, but you never know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Rule was the big influence in Bridgewater and Darnold though more than Scott was though, right?
Yeah, well, Matt. So the reason we let Cam go was because Matt and him disagreed. Matt and Cam.
I knew that.
Cam was trying to get a commitment from Matt that, hey, can I be the starting quarterback? And Matt didn't want to commit, so he cut him. Tepper's obviously in a win now mode. He don't want to rebuild. He don't want to take all this time to rebuild. When we got the cap space, when we got the money, Tepper obviously is he's the richest owner in the NFL by far. He's going to spend his fucking money to get a winning team. So, obviously, we are in a win now mode. Fuck rebuilding.
Yeah,
we have a young team anyway. We're not like the Cardinals.
I don't think there's anything at all with this signing to be negative about. Not one thing.
I agree.
There's no the risk and reward. What's the risk? He's a bust and he wasn't that expensive, so it's whatever. And then the reward is he's a good Cam Newton and you got a good quarterback.
I've said for a very long time, and I'm going to go back to it. When Cam Newton is on, he is unbeatable.
Yeah, that's true.
Hat you're wearing.
I threw on the 2015 NFC Championship hat just for this episode. I haven't worn it in 3 years.
Damn. Should have worn my Super Bowl championship hat. Not one of them.
If we want to get wild, this is a better team around them probably than 2015 besides the O-line.
It is. It is 100%. It really is.
And who knows? Maybe with Cam, I feel like he's always one of those guys who it's really a big mental game with him of how well he does. Darnold too, Jesus Christ, but he's a fucking head case. But Cam, I always felt it was very mental with him, about how well he does. And who knows if we get the fucking great version of Cam, who knows what can happen? I don't know. We could go on a run, close the season. The Cardinals game is big though. That is a very huge game if we do want to make a playoff push.
You got to think, man. Huge. So Cam's probably not going to start this week. So if he starts next week, it'll be at home against Washington-led Riverboat Ron and Taylor Heineke.
That would be sweet.
The homecoming of Cam Newton will be facing his former coach and former backup quarterback.
Storybook, bro. It's insane how this happened. I never would have thought that this was possible, even a week ago.
Nope. I didn't either. This is fucking awesome.
And to think preseason, right? When the schedules came out, we're all oh, Panthers, Patriots, it's gonna be Cam versus the old team, coming to Carolina. It's gonna be crazy.
Now it's flipped.
Now it's just everything's flipped back to it's weird. I like it though.
It is.
I'm trying not to be overhyped because I don't want to be hyped up and then he don't play good and we're kind of fucked.
But let's get real though. Y'all can lose some of these few games. Y'all gotta. The division games are huge. Y'all gotta take one from the Bucks, and you gotta beat the Falcons and the Saints.
Yep.
You gotta win three of these last four division games.
We gotta go 5-3 probably realistically.
Yeah.
8-9 gets it done.
In the division though, yeah. It's so close already. So all you gotta do is edge. Listen, It's like when you get chased by a bear, right? You don't have to outrun the bear, okay? You got to outrun the guys with you, okay? You got to outrun the Falcons or the Saints. There's probably going to be 3 teams in y'all's division.
Well, we have to worry about other divisions too, though,
Yeah, but you can't control other, you know what I mean?
Well, as of right now, we are 1 game off. We're actually tied with the Falcons. We would be in the number 7 seed, but the Falcons are 4-4 because of a bye.
We're
4-5. Yeah. And we have a tiebreaker over them as of right now. So if we can beat the Saints and go and the Falcons and go at least 4-0 in the division, and we're probably gonna lose 2 to the Bucks. So if we can do a 4-2 in the division,
that's pretty good,
and lose to the Bills, shit, I don't see us losing to the Dolphins, but we'll fucking see.
No. We should win that with Cam, I think.
We are in a good spot right now. I really like where we're at if Cam can be Cam. And he's a better passer than he was when he was with us. He's a veteran. Mm-hmm. He's been playing with Bill, which is good for any fucking any player.
Yeah.
Smart wise. So honestly, Cam is coming to an offense that is better than he's ever had. And
when y'all say that,
better.
are y'all crazy? How?
In 2015, we had Ted Ginn and Philly Brown and Devin Funchess.
So you're going up just okay, but who do you have now?
No, I didn't mean to say his name like that, but still,
you have McCaffrey and you got DJ. You got Robbie Anderson, the guy drops
Don't even
the ball.
say his name. Don't even say his name because he is the worst receiver in football.
You got number 11 on your fucking team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your O-line, there's no way your O-line's better than 2015.
Well, okay, I look at receivers, right? You got
come on.
DJ is better than those 3 receivers.
But you said DJ and McCaffrey. You answered the question right there. That's why it's better.
Okay, and then you got 2 bland tight ends. You lost Olsen.
Trimble's good. Trimble's good.
Bro, we had fucking awesome. Stewart, Ginn, and Olsen, man.
Cam, there's a reason Cam was MVP, dude. He had one of the best MVP seasons of all time. And, dude, he carried that fucking team.
I don't think if it's better, it's not that much better. There's still a lot of negatives.
It's not that much better. But, okay, you got DJ compared to Devin. I'm going to take DJ. Terrace Marshall compared to Ted Ginn and Philly Brown. I'm going to take Terrace Marshall. McCaffrey, Stewart. I'm going to take McCaffrey.
But y'all's defense is great. Y'all's defense is still top-notch this year. But, y'all's defense was, next to the Broncos, was, it's second and first in scoring that year. Y'all were crazy as a team.
Yeah, but offensively, Cam carried the offense. Now, what's going to be awesome is when Kuechly signs with the Panthers.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not happening.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously, Steve Smith's coming back. And
Thomas Davis, Greg Olsen.
Fucking, you guys are dreaming on that one, dude. Luke Kuechly take a hit.
Imagine.
He's lost 30 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, he's a lot slimmer. He's not in game shape.
Most of those, you look at most of those former NFL guys, they drop because they're forced to eat something.
I was really hoping. What if Kuechly made a comeback? Because we need a middle linebacker. Carter's not it.
Huh?
Jermaine Carter's not it. Absolutely not.
Hey, look, I mean, Kuechly that's just not, and good for him if he thinks that he doesn't need to risk CTE for what? It's not like we win the Super Bowl.
No, I was just throwing that out there. What if? But I didn't know he dropped 30 fucking pounds. My God, yeah, no.
Hey, he's quicker.
Stay
which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah,
stay watching the game.
Yeah, when you get Jordan Gross back, he's 200 pounds now or something.
Yeah,
real fast tackle.
Damn.
Listen, y'all just need to get Kelvin Benjamin back, and he can play left tackle for you, and then you got an O-line improvement.
He could probably play center.
Tight end, probably.
He's too slow for a tight end, dude. Come on.
Dude, and not to mention, Paradis being out, his backup's probably better than him. So I wouldn't say that's a good thing because that'd kind of be mean. But honestly, our offensive line probably made an improvement.
That's fucked up, Hunter. He's starting over that backup for a reason. He's obviously better than the backup.
We'll fucking see.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a serious neck injury.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Why do y'all not like this guy? This guy used to be an all-pro.
Yeah,
he used to be terrible, man. I mean,
he used to be.
Jesus Christ.
Matt Paradis is fucking horrible.
Oh my God.
Matt Paradis, Cameron Irving. Yeah.
Y'all got Morton? Is it Morton? Moton?
Moton's struggling this year, but he's still good.
He's pretty solid.
He's struggling, but he's good. Moton is our only good thing on that whole entire offensive line roster.
Hey, you know who's pulled it together this year? Zane Gonzalez.
Dude, after he kicked that 6-yarder, I honestly thought they were going to drug test him. There's no fucking way in hell. And it was indoor. And there was a wind blowing, but...
I like him. He reminds me of Pat's Nick Folk. They don't have big legs, but they're pretty fucking accurate. I mean...
Our punter that we picked up off the fucking couch, did really good. What's his name?
I don't know. I can't remember. He's mixed up with the other 13 we've had this year.
we've had 3 in the past week and a half.
Y'all are going through it on special teams, man.
We got one. He got hurt, and the other one we cut. So this is the third one. Yeah, I mean, dude, our offense is good. Special teams, I don't know. Zane Gonzalez will get drug tested and probably pop for steroids here soon. So, I'm happy to be a Panther fan as of right now.
I'm happy for you both because with Hunter walking around here, I had to avoid him sometimes. He gets so pissed off because the dumb shit like Robbie Anderson does. Speaking of, how did y'all like Robbie yelling at Sam on the sideline? I want to ask y'all about that.
Absolutely no need for that whatsoever.
I actually didn't like that because he's been dropping passes all year.
Exactly.
Good God, Sam! Why don't you fucking throw? I would have, dude. If I was Sam, I would have let him have it.
But see now, Cam would not. He would not let that go. He would get in his fucking face. For one,
absolutely.
Cam's 6 times Robbie Anderson's size, kick his ass if he wants to.
He fought Josh Norman in a damn training camp. He would kill Robbie Anderson.
But yeah, I saw that. Well, man, I was on, so I had great seats to the game, and I was near the I could see the clear on the Panthers side. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't see it.
Right.
But what? Robbie didn't have a great. I mean, no one on the offense really had a good game at all. If it weren't for 2 turnovers, I don't know if they would have scored a point. I don't know why no one on the offense had the right to yell at somebody else on the offense.
Nick, did you start laughing when Sam overthrew Ian Thomas in that pick 6? Did you start thinking that's a joke? They're going to run it back and say just kidding? Because that was so funny.
There were obviously Panthers fans all around me. And this one guy, I actually got up and walked away. He came back later, but he just got out of his seat and walked the fuck up the stairs and just went away. He put his head down. He was so sad. That was a bad throw. But come on, the Collins one, that was a crazy pick. Come on, and you can also blame the O-line on that.
They should have stormed the field and dragged them out. Literally, just.
It wasn't that bad. I'll blame on that. That was a bad pick 6, but come on. The Collins one, that was a great pick, and then he threw a 50-50 ball, and
whoa. I don't know what you're talking about, but that one that he threw in the back of the end zone was an absolute god-awful pass as well. He threw it in the worst possible spot, and it was just terrible. That pass, that was I guess it was a nice interception, but it was just a terrible throw.
He probably shouldn't have thrown it, but it was like DJ. He's like, it's DJ. He go up for this.
We also have to take into account he's not throwing to Robbie at all.
That he's slow.
Good. I don't want him to throw to Robbie, so he's throwing to one receiver or a check down. We got to take that into account, guys.
Yeah, we have to take into account that he's a make-a-wish quarterback.
Well, last game and the Giants game, he literally stopped targeting Robbie. Good. Robbie can't catch the ball, so we've got one receiver on that field that's worth a fuck.
Oh, so what quarterback, John? What was that?
Sam Darnold.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, Make-A-Wish.
Cameron Jarrell Newton coming to the Panthers.
Shit.
You're happy about it, right? Obviously.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, John, before we have to go?
No, not much else. I think best case scenario we could be 10-7, 9-8, and make the playoffs. Worst case we win 6 games. But shit, I don't know. I'm just glad we have an exciting quarterback at least instead of a retarded one. But yeah, that's I guess my final thought.
That's some good final thoughts. I appreciate it.
Oh,
you really make me smile, John. Absolutely. Over here.
I love it. This is Make-A-Wish quarterback. I mean, come on. That's gold. That's good stuff right there, man. Jesus Christ.
All right, John. Yep. I appreciate you coming on the show. Hit us up if you want to get on the show again.
All right, John.
Yeah, good to be here. I'll see y'all.
See ya.
Here we are with lifelong Carolina Panther fan and big supporter of the show. He's been on the show multiple times. He was here during our draft special, and he was our social media influencer, I guess you would call him, right? For a little while. Kanyon motherfucking Combs. How you doing, Kanyon?
Very good. How about y'all?
Good,
Doing
man.
great. It's been a while. How you been?
Been doing pretty well. Just trying to finish up. Got one more semester of grad school, then or one more semester of undergrad, and then going into grad school right after. But doing pretty well.
Nice.
One assignment, I'll be 3 weeks ahead on schoolwork, so we're living.
You living?
Gotcha, I
Nice.
gotcha. You coming back home?
So there's a slight chance I'm coming back home for the football team game.
Yeah, I was about to ask you.
Rivera.
Yep.
But at the very least, I'll be back for the Falcons game. So I'll be coming home at least during Christmas. But we're trying to make some things happen to possibly come back for Cam's first home game.
Yep.
I was just about to ask you. Washington football team, 2 weeks from now, Ron Rivera coming back to Carolina, and Cameron Jarrell Newton coming back to Carolina to face his old coach and a homecoming. So,
What a reunion, man. Holy shit.
Kanyon, what do you like, or what do you think about the Cam Newton homecoming coming back to Carolina?
Personally, like I said when we first got on this call and talked before the show, this was like one of the best days I've experienced in the past 2 years, probably. Just like, hey, and I don't ever say this, but shout out masks that we wear on our face, because I was smiling during class for probably 2 or 3 solid hours, and I'm really happy we had masks on, so no one thought that I was creepy, just smiling in class the entire time.
He's all
But
giddy.
I was literally almost in tears when the news broke that he was meeting with the team.
Wow.
When he signed with the team, I started pumping my fists, and tears started coming out of my eyes during the middle of class. So it was huge.
So you're saying you don't like Cam Newton, huh? Just kidding.
Oh, I love him, dude. I mean, he's as I've talked to one of my other friends, he's just because of the age that we're at, he's kind of he's like my Michael Jordan or my LeBron James. He's a pretty impactful sports figure on my favorite sports team. Obviously, we remember the fan fest that he was at and how he literally would control the crowd as if he was a god doing the wave and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's a huge day, and I think it's a great thing for the team because at this point, I think Sam Darnold got off to a great start at the beginning of the season, but obviously a decline. If you want to blame that on the play calling, Sam Darnold himself, or the offensive line, I don't really think the quarterback play could have gotten much worse. So it's why not bring back Cam Newton? It's not going to get any worse than it was, and at the very least, you're going to sell a bunch of tickets. Like I said, I might even come home earlier than I thought just to come watch this game.
I agree. I'm going to try to get off work just to watch that game. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. I'm going to fight. And Kanyon, I might bring you up. Go, hey, listen, dude. One of my lifelong friends is coming down from Ohio. I really want to go to this game so I can see him. That's going to be my pitch. After they say, no, you're not going off to watch a football game, I'll be like, listen, here's the other reason.
That's fair.
So I was about to tell you, Nick, but he took the words right out of my mouth. Nick, you had Tom Brady growing up.
Yep.
We, as a Panther community, at our age, Cam Newton is the guy. So it's very special and very heartwarming to see him come back. Even though, Kanyon, I don't know how you feel about it. I'm scared because, like I said with John, it's like a part 2 of a movie. Part 1 was really good, and part 2, I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
The sequel.
I hope it don't fucking crash and burn, and that's all I remember to end it. But I really am happy that he's coming back, but I'm just really scared, and I'm trying to hide my emotions because I don't want to be let down if something goes wrong.
Let me say one thing as the non-Panthers fan.
Yep.
I'm happy because I thanks to him helping us out last year, getting us 7 wins with that disastrous team we had. I got a lot of respect for Cam now because his work ethic, and I like him as a person.
Yep.
And I feel like he's just as happy as y'all are. I feel like this is his home. I feel like he's been gone. He ran away from home for a couple years.
Right.
So it's been kind of weird. So this is really good for him and y'all. I'm only nervous for him just because the O-line I think is fucking atrocious. And I don't want him to get hurt again. Because right now he's healthy. He's fully, completely healthy right now.
Yeah.
What do you think about the team or the offense in general and how it's going to operate with Cam Newton back, including Joe Brady and the scheming?
So I'm still in like a feeling out period with Joe Brady because like obviously like I kind of give him a hard time like when I'm talking to my buddies because like everyone always wants to talk about Joe Brady's gonna be the next like NFL head coach, like he's so young, he's great, but like I haven't really seen the results out of him that I wish that I'd like been seeing at this point. I still think he's a fantastic coach and he definitely has the potential to be a great play caller, but I would like to see, I don't know, we're like 20-something in offense right now. Obviously, I'd like to see us like at least crack the top like half in the NFL before we start talking about him becoming a head coach somewhere. But like I believe the offense has a lot of untapped potential. Obviously, like there are guys like DJ Moore, like he was going off during the beginning of the season, and we kind of like stopped giving him the ball, and it was kind of hard to give him the ball. We got CMC back. Obviously, we saw how big of an impact that was losing him. Like our offense was a well-oiled machine this first like 3 games of the year. Take him out of the game, and it's like I don't blame Sam Darnold for being like that, like for being like as kind of like different as he was in those like the kind of those middle 3 games as opposed to the first 3 because like you lost the league's greatest safety blanket. You get the best safety blanket in the league with Christian McCaffrey. It's like, no one's open. Let me just dump it to this guy who can take it for 20 yards on any given play at least.
Yep.
I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential. I would say the line definitely worries me, especially with Paradis going down, and I think Irving just at the IR too, I believe. So even though it's a great opportunity to see Brady Christensen, the young rookie, trying to step in at left tackle, hopefully they give him snaps. I don't know if they'll give him to Trenton Scott or not. But I think there's a lot of potential, especially with like you guys look at guys like Robbie. Like he's been dropping the ball a lot this year, but we saw him how well he was last year. He was a fantastic receiver last year, so he still has some stuff in him. But I think there's a lot to be excited about. But obviously the results just aren't really there right now. So it also is like you kind of said, it's kind of scary at the same time.
So we were talking to John earlier, and he's got a better offense than he did in the 2015 season. Besides the O-line. The O-line was a lot better in 2015, but better receivers, excluding Robbie Anderson, because he's statistically the worst receiver in the league. But you have CMC. Obviously, he's better than Jonathan Stewart. Stewart was a good running back, but better than Jonathan Stewart. You have Terrace Marshall, probably on the same skill level as Funchess as of right now. I think he could be better. Terrace Marshall, sorry. DJ Moore, better than any receiver we had then. Tommy Tremble, obviously not better than Olsen, but still pretty good. So offensively, I think it's better. He has a better team around him than he did in 2015. It's just I'm really worried about how they're going to scheme with him, and that offensive line is, I think it's fucking atrocious. But also,
they are terrible.
I have to say, I'm pretty sure Cam is a better passer than he was back then. He's a veteran. He's sat with Bill Belichick, who obviously knows his shit. Josh McDaniel, great quarterback coach, obviously with fucking Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo when they had him. So I think he's learned a lot. He's a veteran now. I think he'll do a lot better than he did back then. It's just that offensive line, it really does worry me.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, it definitely makes me cringe a little bit every time a quarterback drops back to. I mean, even look at Sam Darnold the past few weeks. He's been running for his life, getting pressure off the side, up the middle, and everything. But I definitely agree with you that I think this is the best, like, as far as weapons go, the best supporting cast that Cam's probably ever had. And even like down to guys like Amir Abdul has been stepping up. He's a great receiving back. Juba Hubbard's been he's probably taking some mileage off the CMC, which is great for us in the long term. And even like I kind of liked when Terrace Marshall was out for I think he was out for a week or two with a concussion because Shi Smith actually, he looks like he's a little bit of a pocket rocket himself.
Brandon Zylstra?
He seems like he seems like he's just take the top off the defense kind of guy, kind of like a Ted Ginn, but not quite at that level yet. But he looks like he can make some stuff happen in space. So I would like to see him get some touches more for sure. I've
been saying for Terrace Marshall has been out for more than 2 weeks. He's been out for pretty much 4 or 3 or 4. And I mean, honestly,
he's played the last couple games.
Honest to God, I mean, I've been, and I know I'm a Robbie hater, I know, but back me up. He fucking blows.
He
Now,
does.
I've been saying, dude, fucking put Zylstra, put Shy Smith on the fucking side in front of Robbie on the depth chart. Dude, give them a fucking chance because these are receivers that literally are fighting for money, fighting for a spot on a roster. I mean, in the future, fighting for a fucking contract. Give them a fucking opportunity because they're gonna ball out. Robbie's got his money. I'm not gonna say he doesn't give a shit, but I mean, come on, give somebody who literally has heart, a lot of it, a starting position over a guy that's not performing. So, but yeah, Terrace coming back is
I
gonna be
think
great.
it wouldn't be a bad idea with these running backs, especially. I think this is one of the best running back casts that we've had with like CMC, assuming he's fully healthy, which I think he is now. Chuba Hubbard and Abdullah. Like, why don't we put us in like 21 personnel? Put Cam in shotgun with Chuba Hubbard and CMC, or
I was just gonna say, dude, the
CMC
Patriots
and
did the
Abdullah right
same
next to him,
thing,
and
man.
a tight end out there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Before Cam got COVID last year, man, that's what we did. We had two backs. You know, they weren't McCaffrey, and you know, it was like James White and Harris or whatever, right? And dude, just let them like it. You know, kind of go like college on them. Like let them that's their skills are running. They're good running backs, and Cam is for my money. I call him probably the best mobile quarterback of all time. Like just even statistically, dude, let them. That's why Joe Brady is. This is going to be big. I wonder if he is going to change for Cam or if he's going to make Cam learn his offense. That's what I'm interested in.
He needs a change for Cam, 100%.
I agree. I agree. I just want. I don't know
because we know
I don't know if he's going to or not.
Cam's not an accurate passer. We've seen it time and time again. He's not. And Joe Brady, at this point, I am not liking Joe Brady at all. So, dude, honestly, what do we have to lose to change the Cam scheme at this point? Fuck it.
Well, and what kind of like to that point, the thing I'm most excited for is what do we have to lose? We're not trying to, like a couple years ago, we're trying to preserve Cam. We're trying to keep him from taking those hits. We're trying to run him less to make sure he stays in the pocket, not take those devastating hits from linebackers or like big safeties, like not like a Cam Chancellor, but kind of like a guy like that size.
Yeah.
Like, but he's old now. We're not trying to. I don't think we're going to try and preserve him. I think we're going to see like a full almost open, potentially college playbook, and like just kind of we'll let Cam be Cam for the first time in a while. Like if he wants to run, say, hey, guess what? You can go ahead and run because we're not trying to preserve you for the next 10 years. Like you be the best you for this year, and we'll talk about next year when the time comes.
Yep,
absolutely.
That would be perfect.
So with the Panthers, they kind of have like a win now mentality, right? So David Tepper, being the richest owner in the league, you know, it seems like he wants to fucking win now. And he's throwing his money out there. We have cap space out the ass. And we were seeing that, putting Stephon Gilmore, now Cam being a possibly $10 million contract for 1 year. How do you like the Panthers front office and what we're doing as a team perspective?
I would definitely say as a fan, I love it just because like I haven't experienced a year, given we don't have the best record, but like a year where I felt like as much excitement. Like we never made these moves in the past. Like even like the move for CJ Henderson, like that was something that like just as a Panthers fan, like historically, I would have never expected would happen.
That was such a cheap move too.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
No, I loved it. He was like our number 2 guy besides Derek Brown from what I read. So like you get a guy for the next couple of years to pair next to Horn, and we'll probably re-sign Jackson, honestly. And Jackson's having probably the best year of his career. He seems like he's kind of cut out those like mental mistakes.
Dude, we're gonna sign Stephon too. We have enough cap to sign Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and when that happened, like that literally, like I couldn't do work for like 3 hours because I was just so excited. I was texting everyone. I was like, this is just the last thing I expected as a Panther because we're never in these trades. And Scott Fitter was not lying. We are in on every deal. That is not something that we've ever been on. And we've been around for what, like 25 plus years, like probably 28ish or something like that. Like that's not something that we like expect as Panthers fans. We've never been that team, but like they seem like they're in that mode that like we want to win. And there are some moves being made for the future, and there are some moves being made for now. Like C.J. Henderson's kind of for the future. Stephon Gilmore's obviously for now. it's very exciting as a fan, and I love it that we have like a front office that's dedicated to winning, and they just want to win however they possibly can. Dave Tepper's a big businessman, has massive balls, and he wants to win in any way possible. That's why we got rid of Rivera. Rivera was a great coach, but Tepper saw him as someone who couldn't take us to the promised land. Consider he's like, again, he's an above average coach. He's a top 16 coach in the NFL. But Tepper believed, in my opinion, that he wasn't like a top 5 coach that could go win a Super Bowl. So he brought someone in who thought could be better. Like, I love this aggressiveness from the front office and from the owner especially. I absolutely love it as a fan. I eat it up. I love consuming it. It's a great experience.
I completely agree. I literally couldn't put it any better. I agree completely. We've had, like you said, 27, 28 years of just no trades, no big free agency moves, just fucking being conservative under the radar.
Just straight draft picks and all that.
Scott Fitter came into the league, or came into as our GM right before the draft, said, hey, we're going to be on, he said we're going to be on, in on every trade, every free agency move, everything. This fucker made 12 trades in the draft alone. 12
Did he?
fucking... No, was it 12 or 6? It might have been 6. We had 12 picks, I think. 12 picks.
We had 11 picks, and I think it was like 6 trades, and all of them were trading back except for 1.
Correct. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you.
And was he a part of the year prior when y'all had straight defensive draft picks
No.
that had never been done? Oh, wow.
No, that was just this year.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure last year we still had Marty Ernie, and I'm pretty sure Matt Rule was drafted.
One in that show? Okay.
Was drafted. But yeah,
Hey,
Scott
that
Fitter.
was still a great draft. Those defensive players from 2 drafts ago, fantastic.
They did. They a lot of depth. But yeah, Scott wasn't fucking lying, dude. I was not expecting Stephon Gilmore. We weren't even in his radar. They never brought it up,
Nope.
and then boom, fucking trade. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, it's his hometown, technically. I mean, he's Rock Hill, South Carolina is not far at all from Charlotte. So that's where his family is. It's technically, he probably wanted to go there, to be honest.
Well, that's what he said.
I'm
He said
pretty
he
sure
wanted to go there
was a
anyway.
Panther fan growing up, is from what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
Probably.
He that's what he said in the press conference. He said he would probably go to Carolina anyway, but we didn't lose in that deal. CJ Henderson, great fucking signing or trade, and we gave up nothing for him. I mean, Dan Arnold's a good tight end, but we have Tommy Trimble, so.
And it was just a 3rd-round pick besides that, too. I mean, I would take a risk on any top 10 guy, especially someone who's like, I mean, CJ Henderson's a physical freak.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he's long, he's strong, he has, like, amazing, like, breaking ability, like, come back to the ball and stuff. You just got to kind of like a little bit like Dante Jackson, where you just got to put it together mentally a little bit. Obviously, very different from Jackson, considering that Jackson's, like, $175.
Short and small. Yeah.
But, like, Henderson's a great talent. Like, just that trade made me. So, I mean, who wouldn't trade their tight end who's like not a Pro Bowl tight end in a 3rd-round pick for like a top? He was a 9th pick overall in like 2 drafts ago.
He just got hurt. He couldn't play all the year because he got hurt. That was it.
Yeah.
I want to talk real quick about, before we end it, about like what you think is going to happen the rest of the season, because we asked all the other guys and got mixed answers. But do you think I'll make the playoffs? Because I have y'all in the playoffs. I actually have 3 teams from y'all division in the playoffs, and I think y'all can easily knock out the Falcons for that 7th seed. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I'm going to say something too that I definitely want to say on here that I said to one of my best buddies today. Like, prior to, let's rewind like to yesterday. I was kind of almost in that mode of like, all right, who's in the draft? What pick do we have? Like, kind of like almost giving up on the season, because like, while the defense is fantastic and the defense has been put in awful situations the entire year by the offense. It's hard to keep teams out of the red zone and the end zone when the other teams are literally starting on your own side of the field.
Yeah.
Every single drive. Like, I was in that mindset already. I was like, you know what? Who are we drafting? Who's a free? All that kind of stuff.
Wow.
I want, after this Cam signing, especially just how much Cam's meant, I want to cherish this season as much as I possibly can. I don't care if we lose like in the first round of the playoffs. I want to get to the playoffs for Cam. Obviously, I want to go win a Super Bowl with Cam because it'd be a storybook ending, especially after the heartbreak of
That would
2015.
be crazy.
But, like,
oh my god.
I just wanted to say that first. I want to cherish this season. I want the season to go on as long as it possibly can because Cam's only on a 1-year deal, so he could be gone next year. I just want to just take in the moment that's happening right now and win every single game possible, which is not the mode that I was in about a day ago. I was like, you know what? Maybe we go on a run, maybe we don't. But I think going forward with Cam, at the very least, I mean, you're going to see – I mean, okay, Nick, I know you for sure went to the game last week. How many red jerseys were
Dude,
like in the stands?
there were is honestly, I'm not even kidding, maybe 60-40. Like, there was a lot of fucking Patriot fans there, man. I was impressed.
Told you there would be.
I was impressed, but like it was disappointing.
I told you it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the very least right there, I promise you that changes instantly with the snap of the fingers with Cam Newton coming back.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't been to a game all year because like I'm in the middle of college.
Yeah.
To buy a plane ticket and go to this next home game. Like, that's the effect that Cam Newton has. At the very least, that whole stadium is going to be behind this team, which I don't think that's something that's happened since, like, maybe when we were playing the Jets week 1. But, like, besides that, I don't know if this whole stadium's been, like, behind this team. And I'm just, like, really feeling like after this Cam signing, everyone's going to rally behind him. The whole atmosphere of that stadium is going to change instantly, which will do a lot for a team's playoff hopes, especially to pump up the defense at the very least. But, like, just improvement at the quarterback play. Again, these past couple weeks, I don't think it could get much worse. And, like, again, I'm not trying to bash Sam Darnold. I think he was playing through a shoulder injury, which is that's a very awesome thing for him to try and do. It's a very tough thing for him to try and do. But, like, I don't think it could have gotten much worse like, the past couple weeks. So, like, I think all we can go is up. We open up more plays in the playbook that we wouldn't have had with Sam Darnold because we're bringing in an elite running quarterback like Cam Newton, who can also throw the ball extremely well at times. Like, I honestly like our chances a lot, especially like you said, Nick, to beat out the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons aren't anything special this year.
No,
like,
hell no.
Their defense is trash. Their offense is decent. Like, Cordell Patterson's having, like, a career year. They finally figured out how to use him. Mike Davis is still Mike Davis. Kyle Pitts is amazing.
Yeah.
But, like, I definitely see us. We already beat the Falcons once this year, did we not?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so we beat it wasn't even our first 3 games.
We're 2-0 in the division.
We already beat the Falcons, but, like, so I think, like, at the very least we can take it from them. Like, I truly believe the Panthers can make the playoffs with Cam Newton as their quarterback. Now, obviously, I understand he's probably not going to start on the Sunday because, you know, it'd be kind of difficult to get signed on a Thursday and learn the playbook and start for Sunday.
Yeah.
So, like,
but it's realistic to think he'll start against Washington. I mean, a whole week. He'll definitely start.
I think he will 100% be starting for Washington.
I hope he doesn't start this week because I want the homecoming to be that game.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't want him to come in and beat the best record in the NFL?
No, because we can do it without him.
That I agree with. Y'all's defense is so good.
Well, and Kyler Murray might. So I think he's still like questionable.
He is. Oh yeah, he's questionable.
I know they just got.
So yeah, I'm very excited for Cam Newton to come back to Carolina, as you are, as every fan is, and it's going to spark the team. Obviously, it's going to boost morale, and I'm hopeful for a playoff spot. And hell, if this is Cam's last year in a jersey at all, especially in a Panther jersey, dude, fuck it, let's go. Let's do.
I throw on my Cam jersey. I've been wearing it all day.
Really?
I'm just gonna say one more thing. Just like I said again, cherish. You are a Panther fan. Cherish this season as much as possible. I'm more excited for a game that I've been in the past like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Cherish this season. Love every moment of it, and let's keep pounding.
Yes, I like it. Good way to fucking end it right there. I appreciate you, Cam, coming on the show. You're a big supporter, obviously, and thank you once again. And if you ever want to get on the show, let us know.
Let us know, man.
Yes, sir, for sure. I'll have a lot of free time now since I got all my work done.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. Hopefully, I'll see you soon, and let's get this W.
Awesome. See y'all.
See you, man.
later.